Rule 14, head-on situation. When two power-driven vessels are meeting on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses so as to involve risk of collision, each shall alter her course to starboard so that each shall pass on the port side of the other. So let's have a closer look at the wording then. Two power-driven vessels. This means vessels propelled by their machinery, so Rule 14 does not apply to sailing vessels. Sailing vessels have their own steering rules under Rule 12. When they're meeting on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses, so this is 180 degrees opposite to the other boat. Another important point, this rule only applies if there is a risk of collision. So two vessels heading towards each other but they're not going to hit each other, Rule 14 does not apply. It's only in the risk of collision situation. Each vessel shall alter course to starboard, so they'll make a bold turn to starboard so that they can pass port to port with the other vessel. Here's an example then. The yellow vessel and the maroon vessel are both heading towards each other on reciprocal courses and there is a risk of collision. Therefore, they should make a bold and early turn to starboard and pass port to port. Such a situation shall be deemed to exist when a vessel sees the other ahead or nearly ahead, and by night she would see the masthead lights of the other vessel in a line or nearly in a line, and or both sidelights, and by day she observes the corresponding aspect of the other vessel. Let's have a closer look at some of those lights then. Here we can see we're definitely head on to that vessel because we can see both masthead lights facing us and the port and starboard light. As the vessel turns then, the port light is starting to become obscured and the two masthead lights are opening up. Once the vessel completes her turn, we can then see two masthead lights and a starboard light only. We can no longer see the port light. The reason for this is the port and starboard lights are only visible for 112.5 degrees each. After that, you would then turn the vessel round further and you would only see the stern light. You have to be dead ahead of the vessel in order to be able to see both port and starboard lights. When a vessel is in any doubt as to whether a situation exists, she shall assume that it does exist and act accordingly. Just the same as the other steering rules in Section 2, if there's any doubt and you think there may be a risk of collision, you should act as the giveaway boat and avoid a collision at all costs. This again is a reference back to Rule 2.